Okay, now, tonight we've got the best show, and we've got some big whoa ready for you tonight. And so I'm going to tell you, I want you to put your hands together for our first guest, Warren Stewart and his wife, Crystal. Let's give them a big hand. Come on.
Yeah.
Big whoa!
What's up, buddy?
Dude, I gotta tell you, right now, off the top, because I never knew this before. I've been always wondering, because I've met you a couple times.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, and I'm almost scared to ask the question, to be honest.
What is that?
Because I'm uncomfortable with the question.
Okay.
But I feel like everybody needs to know. I think your mic's upside down, number one.
Upside down?
Yeah. There. So, I mean, we love your chest, but we don't want to hear it.
Oh, right.
Number one, big whoa. Now, first of all, why big whoa?
Why? Well, it's on my website.
Oh, it's already on the website?
It's on my website.
Okay.
If you haven't been to bigwhoa.com, it's
bigwhoa.com.
It's a brand. It's not just a name. It's one of my.
How many times have you worked on that phrase right there? It's a brand.
I just got it. Just from my friend. He just said it. He put it perfectly for me.
Okay.
I was thinking about how to relay it to you, so he helped me out.
Okay.
But no, I started out when I was in 7th grade at Catalina Ventura Junior High School. They called me Whoa.
Whoa.
And you got to understand, okay, let me take you all the way back to 4th grade. This girl wrote me a letter. She liked me with the boxes. If you like me, check here and check there or whatever.
Was it Crystal?
It wasn't Crystal.
No, it wasn't.
Her name was Jessica.
Are you bringing up a sore subject?
No.
Okay.
But she wrote a pink letter to me. I'll never forget this, and maybe this is where Whoa came from. She spelled my name Warren, like worn out T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
Or W-O-R-N.
Nice.
Warren.
Nice.
Warren, I like you, but I don't know how to spell your name. So from Whoa, that's where we get Whoa from.
Okay.
Warren, and then I was chunky in high school, so they called me Big Whoa.
Well, look at you now, Big Whoa. Look at you now.
Stop.
Not chunky, and you'd still taking the name Big Whoa.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. Now, second question before we get into what we're really here for.
Yes.
Just because I'm nosy. I watched your music video, I Am So in Love with You. I felt like you were singing that to me personally. I mean, it was perfect, bro. It was beautiful, man. I'm telling you. Okay, so I was watching it. Let me roll 12 seconds of your video, okay?
Okay, cool.
Let me see. 12 seconds.
Taught me how to love, taught me how to pray. If it wasn't for your grace, I wouldn't be here today. I messed up with this, you blessed me with that.
Stop right there. You blessed me with that. Now hold up. So you singing, I'm so in love with you because you blessed me
Yes.
with that.
That picture.
And then that picture comes up.
Yes. That's
I mean, you didn't even put a picture of your wife. You didn't put a picture of nothing, man. You put a picture of a car, bro.
I'm sorry.
And let me ask you, is that your car?
No.
It's not even your car. Big whoa.
That's my dad's car.
You're still driving your dad's car?
I was for that day.
For the music video.
Yeah. And he almost didn't because
All
I was
right,
in a
man.
car
I'm not
chase
going to
on
give
the
you a
car.
hard time anymore. But that theology, I totally disagree with right there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It wasn't. Bless me with that.
Yeah.
There's more blessings, my man.
I didn't even realize.
Well,
it
now
came
you know.
after that.
Now you know.
Live.
Now you know.
That's so good. But let me
Okay.
tell you, originally,
Yeah.
I wrote that song for my wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you put a car in there instead of her.
Well,
That's messed up.
It went to
You're
Jesus.
digging a hole. We need to get back to
Okay,
the focus
fine.
here.
Yeah.
Here's the questions. Now, I'm going to play a little game. Here you go. You each get one. Don't look, okay? Now, here's a pen, and you're going to write an answer here. I'm going to ask you two questions, and the name of this game is You Don't Know Me, okay?
Right.
That's the game.
I like
You don't know me, okay? Now, turn it over and start filling it out. The 2 questions, and you don't have time. I just need one. We're on a short show here. Answer the question. You can't look at each other's, okay? Now, the first question is, what is something that you do better than your spouse that they get jealous over? Write it down quick. Come on, man. I don't have time here. Number 2. Number 2. What is one thing? You only get one thing. What is your favorite thing about your spouse? Come on, we're on a time limit here. You got to put the first thing that comes to your mind. So let me get it. Number 1, you're writing it right now,
Yes.
okay? Number 1 is, what is something that you're better at that they get jealous over? Number 2, are you done?
I'm done.
Turn your papers in, please. Did you put your name on it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, give it to me. Give it
Top
to me.
right corner. Come on,
Crystal, come on, girl. We don't have all day. I know it takes you longer to get your hair done. Come on.
One
There's
thing.
so many favorites.
One, you only get one. You can't read, dude, because I'm about to ask you right now. Okay. First thing, Crystal. Come on. Turn your paper in. Done. You're done.
Okay.
You're done. You're done. Time up. Okay, here we go. Only one thing. All right. First thing, Crystal.
Yes.
What do you think Warren thinks he does better than you?
Let's see. Rap.
Rap?
Rap.
Rap. Not only do you think he does rap, he thinks he's funnier than you.
Yes.
He thinks he's funnier than you. Okay. All right. Here we go. Number 1. What? You're not reading
I'm
this,
not
are you?
reading. I
Okay.
didn't see. I promise.
What is it that she thinks she does better than you?
Tell jokes.
So you think you're funny, or you think you're funny? You think so? There's a war of humor.
Yes.
She thinks she's more romantic than you, hands down.
Oh.
RMO.
What's
no,
up?
it's RMO.
Oh, wait a minute.
Right.
So maybe this is maybe a white person doesn't know what that means.
RMO.
What is
right.
that?
That's her comedy side of her life.
Oh, that's comedy.
Yes.
So you both think you're funnier
That's
than
an
each other.
inside thing. Yes.
Okay.
We battle.
So there
often.
you go. Humor. Both of you think you're funnier than each other.
Yes.
Next time we interview you, we're going to have you both do stand-up comedy. See who's funnier.
No,
We'll judge that.
see-
and then we'll text in our votes and everything like
Yes.
a reality show. All right. Number 2,
I win.
I can't even read, but what do you think she thinks she loves it about you?
The ability to allow her to be herself.
What did you say? Because I can't even read it.
I didn't finish because they snatched it. His love for God.
His love for God.
It is.
So she loves how you love God more than how you love her. That's good, though. That's
Yes,
good.
it is
That's
good.
good. That is a good answer. All right. What would you say that he thinks is your favorite thing?
What would he say? Would it be the cooking?
No, the cooking.
Was it very certain?
The cooking. No, the favorite thing about
That's
you.
why I'm not big
About
one
me.
anymore.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. The
Cook
cooking,
anymore.
man.
That's
No, he said that you have his back.
I have his back. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's good. All right, a couple questions. We're here to talk about marriage.
yes.
How long y'all been married?
9 years going on 10 in December.
That's awesome. Y'all have a marriage that's an example. I've been able to hear some incredible things, observe some great character in your life and marriage. You've been through a lot too.
Yes.
So we only have about 5 minutes left, but I would like to ask you just simply this to both of you. What's the most significant thing that God has taught you through marriage? You know, like using marriage to teach you something. I want to start with you, Crystal.
I would say the most significant thing is really like submission and sacrifice. Submission and sacrifice, because it's not about me. It's not about me getting my way, anything like that. It's complete sacrifice, and that's hard in itself. If you can learn that in any relationship, in any marriage, I mean, marriage is about sacrifice. It's about giving everything, not about 50-50. It's 100%, 100%. So sacrifice is the biggest thing that God has really taught me throughout our marriage. So
And has that been a process for you as far as the submission side?
it still is a process. It is. It's a choice. You know what I mean? Because I can just flip out, wild out, and say, you know what? I'm not listening to you. I'm gonna do it my way, and just mess up our whole family. You know, to be completely honest. But it is definitely a process, and there are some times that I may not agree with everything, but at the same time, I have to trust and I have to submit and sacrifice what I feel is, having our way. So.
And what's the biggest thing that the Lord's done to help you in those times to submit? I mean, what?
I would say just a group of people, examples of married women who I can see and I can, just see their lives and how they're submitted to their husbands. So it's just really people's examples and that God has surrounded us with that reminds us every day, like, dude, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. So.
It's awesome.
Yep.
What about you, Warren?
God really just taught me how to love through Crystal. I used to tell her I loved her early on in our relationship, and she would say, "You don't love me, you're learning to love me." And I was like, wow, like, how can you be with somebody and like be that honest and still love back? Yeah. You could withhold, you don't have to be nice, you could be angry, you could be bitter, but she allowed God to work on me until I started reciprocating his love. So that's the biggest thing for me. I really, through her, I've learned that God was patient, God was kind. He did not keep record of wrongs. He wasn't boastful or envious. I just really learned the love experience through my wife.
Yeah.
And God always spoke to me, even through our relationships, the things that I wanted from my wife, God wanted with me and him as well. Like, I remember I was like, God, I want more time with my wife. And he was like, I want more time with you.
Yeah.
And so, it's what one of my other friends, Candace Hood, said the other day. We have God experiences through our relationships. And I thought that was so good, how somebody can just wrap that in words and say, I'm learning how God loves me through my wife or through my husband or through my children.
That's
so
it, man.
I'm thankful that she was patient through the whole process.
That's good.
She could have left.
It's interesting, too, because both of you mentioned biblically what it is that God tells us to do. Wives, submit to your husbands. Husbands, love your wives. And the interesting part of all of that is, I would say that both of those are spiritual things and not natural things, right? Wives will usually give love because they want love. Husbands will usually give submission because they want submission, right? And so they give what they want instead of what the Spirit empowers them to do. And so each one of you truly, truly said, man, I'm learning by the Spirit to do what's not natural for me, right? So that's awesome. We got 1 minute, so quick, right? What would you say to some married couples that are out there, maybe in the same place? What's the best advice that you could give? Quick advice, but advice.
Submission. Keep your relationship with God. Watch what you say to other people. Guard that. Definitely guard your heart and guard your relationship and submit.
When you follow the standards of the Bible, you cannot go wrong. The results are proven. Yeah. To do what God says for a blissful core relationship of what God intended for a family and husbands and wives. So do that. Get your parents out of your relationship. Grow up.
Yeah, right.
Grow up and mature in love. That's it.
Warren and Crystal, we are so thankful for your example, your ministry to the body. We're excited about the concert at the end of the night.
Yes.
Thanks for coming to Lighthouse Live. We appreciate it, man.